Well, they went too far the other way. They put DEI everywhere. They left the border open. Like, you look at the chart for, like, this president, like Clinton and Obama and Bush, it changed. Trump, it changed very little. And then Biden, of course they're going to, like, overreact to that. You know,
want to really see something that said, take a look at what happened.
Hey.
Why this beat so cold?
We will make America proud again. And you try to kill our We will make America wealthy again. And yes, together, we will make America great again.
Oh, Billy Willie Jilly, not you again, Bill. Saying the quiet part out loud. This fella here obliterates, destroys, calls out the woke Democrats, defends our president, President Trump, says the quiet part out loud. Oh, Bill, we definitely got to get into this, y'all. You know, Bill Maher. We heard a lot from him this past election, didn't we? Yeah, buddy. You know, says everything right and then defends all the trash he just called out. I just don't get it, y'all. I just don't get it, you know. But thank you, Bill, for saying the quiet part out loud. We definitely have to get into this one. It's going to be a good one, y'all. Make sure y'all hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new here. And shout out to them beautiful patriots around the world. One love to the human race. Common sense is back. And more has been done in the last 2 weeks, in the last 4 years as I'm recording this video. We are so back. And we just keep winning. Let's jump in.
I always loved playing the red states because I would get a crowd that was hip, smart, but didn't have that fucking woke stick up their ass. You know?
And you felt that, though?
In some cities,
right.
You know, it got better.
Y'all know what the one and the only, Luke Bryan. Woo! Freedom!
In recent years, even in like woke places like San Francisco, because the crowd understood that I was going to give them what we agree on, which is we're not conservatives, but we don't just pretend that woke nonsense isn't nonsense. And they want to hear that. I mean, Trump is changing America in the last 2 days, like overnight.
Yes, indeed.
And look, I don't agree with a lot of the stuff, but the leftists, they invited this by overreaching on the other side. He's getting...
Wow. Did y'all just hear that? Wow. Again, saying the quiet part out loud. And more has been done in the last 2 weeks, in the last 4 years. Common sense is back, Bill. We have taken the garbage out. All this woke crap. And you see what woke has gotten us? Everything woke has turned to... And he even called out the Democrats right there, y'all. They went too far left. The American people got spit on, stumped on, put last. Got so bad they still can't even tell you what a woman is. All right.
Getting rid of all DEI. Well, they went too far the other way. They put DEI everywhere. They left the border open. Like, you look at the chart for like this president, like Clinton and Obama and Bush, it changed. Trump, it changed very little. And then Biden, of course they're going to like overreact to that. You know, they invited it on themselves. So, yeah, I mean, in recent years, it's been great because I get that crowd. But yeah, there were times when I was in San Francisco, I hate to pick on them, but there are places that are very wokey, thinking, God, I wish I was in Alabama. Because that crowd laughs, but they're not pretentious.
We're going to Tulsa, Alabama, roll tide. We don't give a piss about nothing but the tide. Shout out to my Alabama folks, man. If you know, you know. We don't give a piss about nothing but the tide. Blitz, Bama, blitz.
They're basically liberal. but they're not too politically correct. And comedy is not
Well,
politically correct.
yeah, I mean,
or else it's not comedy. You know
my,
what I
my
mean?
grandfather was a Southern Democrat. I mean, that was just what he was.
All Democrats used to be, all Southerners used to be
He used to be
Democrats.
Democrat, and
Kennedy changed that.
I remember it was just that was a thing, and then growing up in a Republican household, it was. But man, it just, I don't know. In the South, I don't think we really care that much.
No,
We
I don't
just
think
want to damn wake up.
Right.
We just want to wake up and.
First of all, people have to understand politics mostly comes out of like your personality and where you were born and raised. It's just deeper than just we're the good people and anyone who thinks differently isn't. It's just not that simple.
Oh, Bill.
It's just so annoying, that attitude. And
Oh,
I live
Bill.
amongst it because this is the epicenter of it, Hollywood, that terrible attitude. But yeah, most people just, first of all, they don't want to think about it at all. When Biden got elected, that was really his big pledge was, if you elect me, you don't have to keep thinking about Donald Trump and all this stuff. Of course, that was a pipe dream because Trump never went away and then he won in the election again. So we never stopped thinking about it. But most people, they would like to stop thinking about politics because it doesn't really, in their view, affect their lives. Government can help their lives. They usually don't recognize when it does. They very well note when it doesn't. But basically, would they even know who was president a lot of the times? In many households, not. And they want to just get back to that, and I can't blame them. I can't blame them. It's too on people's minds. They put it in their social media. They put it in what they write on Facebook. And so we're always like cockfighting each other.
Yeah.
Like making, and we don't have to. We can just talk about murdering animals, which I'm not against if you eat them.
Well, and like I said, about what we were saying, man, it's hard to get everybody together on the same stuff in this country. And then, and it just takes time and it takes work. And
so what's it like playing LA?
Yeah, man. I'm glad that Luke said that, and I speak for the people because I know, just give me a quick, I know y'all are going to feel this, man, because I know a lot of y'all have been through this. And I've talked to a lot of people on the channel, a lot of family members, on this channel. And we've all kind of been through similar stories. We've lost family, friends, childhood friends. We've been unfollowed, unfriended, blocked, not invited to the family event. And people that you've helped, people you've donated to, people you've lifted up, cared for, loved on, hugged on, kissed on. For them to turn their back on you and walk away. They don't ever want to speak to you again. Politics is a dirty, dirty game, man. A dirty, dirty game. And again, because you think that this right here is common sense. Because you think this policy is common sense. Because you want a better life for your family, for your kids. Because you feel like the last administration failed you. That they put you last, that they spit on you. It's real out here, man. Politics is a dirty, dirty game, man. And we are so divided. And then especially with these woke Democrats and all the hatred, all the race baiting, the race hustling, And again, one reason why DEI it was what it was, and I, like we say, didn't earn it. All this woke crap. They told everybody to stay woke. These riots, Black Lives Matter, and then it comes out to be just shams, scams, corrupt. And now you see a lot of corruption being exposed. And when it comes out, what are they? Speechless. That they're speechless. Because we was right. We was right about a lot of things that have taken place. conspiracy theories come to be conspiracy facts on top of that as well. But let's continue, man. But again, everybody is invited over here, man. One love to the human race, and I'm gonna keep saying that, man. One love to the human race. You know, again, and I have family and friends, people I still talk to on a daily basis, and they're Democrats. They were anti-Trump or never Trumpers, and now some of them are rooting for President Trump, and they love what he's done in the last 2-3 weeks, and what Elon Musk is doing. People are pissed off right now of what's being exposed in our government. People are hotter than fish grease. But let me stop talking. I apologize, y'all. Let's continue.
Man,
Where do you play here?
Well, I played Hollywood Bowl.
Oh, that's a big arena.
Several times.
That's great.
I played the Dodgers Stadium.
Well, that's big.
Which was
Dodger Stadium. Wow.
Dodger Stadium. I mean,
You know, if
so
you're-
that goes back to what I tell you with New Jersey. And I mean, thinking New Jersey and then coming out here and playing Dodger Stadium, I was like, it was just so trippy. I got into cycling, and I cycled up a big hill that morning and stood out over the stadium looking down, and I was like, damn, that's Dodger Stadium, and I'm playing it.
Anytime you're playing a place whose last name is Stadium, you did well.
Man,
It
so
all
amazing.
came out in the wash for you.
Gosh,
Do
great.
you ever worry? Because I always feel like music is, the muse is sitting on your shoulder. And sometimes he sits there for one hit. You've heard that term, one hit wonder.
Yeah.
One hit wonder, huh?
And sometimes like you and, not just you, but, he's there for a while. But you just have to worry, is the next one going to come? Because it's not something you can control completely.
No, I mean, you just do your best to try to write a great song, and
But you actually try. You don't wait for it to come.
well, I do that also. I take songs. I love the songwriting community in Nashville, and the fact that
I'm actually loving this part of the video. Again, y'all know I'm a big reactor to come up into this, the reaction community. And it all came through. Majority of my videos were, if you went through my catalog, music, and y'all know Luke is on my catalog as well. And a lot of you guys that still watch the channel, some that unsubscribe because I started calling out the corruption, and I started getting more into the Trump cases a year before last, and just calling out the shams, the coming after your political opponent, kangaroo court, banana peels, it was just a disgrace, but I was one of those reactors, one of these podcasters that came up off music, man. So I'm really enjoying this part of what they're talking about. And again, I want to send a huge shout out to everybody that's been here, man. Again, we've lost tons of folks just due to where I stand politically, being a conservative, and we've also gained quadruple the amount of family members new to the channel because of where I stand. So it's been a blessing, but it has. Reading those comments, man, it's like, man, and this goes back to what he said earlier. We're always gonna have that, from a liberal, from a conservative, from a Democrat, Republican. We're always gonna have that budge, But again, not everybody's gonna see this as common sense. And again, a lot of people do suffer with Trump derangement syndrome. When they all used to love the man, they used to love him. But we started calling out certain things, and people have Trump derangement syndrome, stage 4, stage 5, stage 6, and now there's a new one called Elon Musk derangement syndrome. And that's the world we're living in now.
you know, they could send songs to me, and so I love trying to record, you know, a little bit of Nashville's what their songwriting community has. But so yeah, it's, you know, you wake up every day trying to make great music, and sometimes
Just because it's a fickle industry.
well, it's tough.
And you can't, right.
And, you know, with kids on Idol, man, they're up there singing in front of us, and we try to get them to this level and that level, but man, they got to go to work after that, or it just doesn't work.
Yeah.
I mean, look at what you worked as a comedian, and then look at, I mean, you do one funny joke
What?
on TikTok, and then you're a funny comedian, but you did
Right.
you did a million bad ones.
I did. I had my version of playing those rock and roll bars that you played. You know,
Right.
I played a million small clubs. I played bars, which is not even a place a comedian should be. I played with no stage, standing on a floor with sawdust on it, you know. I mean, oh yeah. But you know, you had it, I had it. It's the best thing in the world that could
So good. And I had fun the whole way. I've never not had fun.
I mean, I think it was more fun for you than me. It's less fun for a comedian in that stage.
Really?
Yeah. I think music, even if you're in a little shitty place, first of all, girls still come for you. It's a comedian, you're just a loser. And very often they're just not listening, or, you know.
In that stage of,
Yes, it's a sacrificial lamb kind of a thing.
God, you spent how many years having to,
Not that many in that really.
but you learn,
It just,
that's the only way you can learn.
toughens you.
It's the only way you can learn to,
Yeah.
I mean, man, you had bad shows,
Oh, yeah.
and no one was videoing them. Jesus, could you imagine if they'd have videoed them, those bad ones?
Yeah, well, it's one reason I got off the road just now, because, I mean, among other reasons, like, I don't trust the crowd anymore. Everyone is just out there to get a scalp. You know, they tell them to turn the phones off. Now, you could collect the phone. Some people do that, but I really don't want to do that to the audience. Most of them, I feel like it would be an insult. I feel like my audience are my friends. They could be my friends. They think like me. It's just not something you would get from just a random sampling of the people out there. So I don't want to insult them like that. But, you know, every once in a while, or somebody who's directly hostile to you can film your show, take things out of context, and also you're pushing boundaries. You know, he crossed the line. Yeah, that's my job, to cross the line. And how do I know where the line is sometimes until I cross it? You should thank me for crossing the line, and every comedian who does it.
Right.
But I don't.
You have to cross the line.
You do. Look at Johnny Cash.
That's what he had to do.
I walked the line.
I walked the line, but man.
Wow, I kind of love that they brought that up, you know, because of the woke cancel culture, you know, and it's like comedians are literally, it's like people are walking on eggshells, you know. We can't say this, you can't say that, you know. It's like you're wrong if they're offended. If that side's offended, you're in the wrong. You got to be canceled. We're not, you know. Same with what we seen this past election. Same what we seen with the whole inauguration. You know, just for example, Carrie Underwood. They were you're canceled. They boycotted her, and now she's gained more fans and supporters after that performance, in which the music didn't even cut on it at the inauguration. She had to sing it a cappella and went viral for it. A beautiful talent. But the weeks before, you know, she was getting attacked by the fake news, the women on the spew, you know, some of her fans and her fakes. I call them fake supporters. We're not gonna listen to your music no more. We're done with you. Ooh, you're supporting Trump. You know, the woke culture, the cancel culture has been a disgrace, man. And I'm glad they brought that up, man. That's why, you know, a comedian can't even say this, and they're torched. And then bad enough they take the little things and spin them and and then they post it on the internet just this, and they don't even put the full clip. Bad enough that it's just a disgrace, man. But some amazing points. And again, I know how some of y'all feel about Bill, but let me know how y'all feel about this, man. You know, Bill Maher played a huge part into this election with tons of viral clips of on his show, and bringing people on from Republicans, Democrats, and he played a part in this and called out. He called a lot of corruption out and called the quiet part out loud. This entire election we just had, you know, but he also again is one of those ones that are deranged in a way, Trump deranged in a way. So, you know, he backtracks and then defends what he just called out, which makes no sense to me. But there it is, y'all. Make sure y'all hit that like button, share the video. Let me know what you think of it, and I will catch you beautiful people in the next one. Peace and love, family.